Three market watches in a row, back to back to back. There's been actually some very interesting things happening on the back burner here with the market, including today, predaplant buyouts. Yeah, we really are living in that time. Make sure you guys smash the love and crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So there is quite a lot of interesting things happening back here in the predaplant department. The first one I want to bring up here is Verde Anaconda original prints have actually calmed down from the $20 price point that we'd previously seen these at. Now, there's a lot of ban list dependency with this one. I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole unless you're trying to pick up a gold, and then even so, it's like $10. Alright, now this is where our buyout history begins here. Trifoverdom here. You guys know this thing is a $17 card as of late. These rocketed up recently, and I didn't pay much attention to a lot of the other strange predaplant cards, but for whatever reason, yeah, this thing shot up through the moon. Maybe because it's paid well behind Immortal Destiny for a duels pack, which we'll look at more here in a second, but man, oh man, that is crazy that these have pushed out of the $17 mark here. Here's your gold predaplants. As you can see, we have 205 copies of these on the market right now, no problem. Chimera Flagias. These actually went up too. It shouldn't surprise anybody here. The fact that you can also just add... Okay, so if it's sent to the graveyard, you just get to add a polymerization or a fusion spell card from your deck to your hand. Can you say free value? Now, this is where things get dumb. Practice. Special summon one predaplant monster from your hand and then add a predapt card from your deck to your hand, except for Predaplactus. Also, for the rest of this turn, this card results, you can add special some monsters from your extra deck, except for fusion monsters. Ladies and gentlemen, you have one of the probably best applications for the predaplant deck, all kind of wrapped up into one spell card, locked behind a $35 price point. You know, a lot of people gave this set crap, but look at it now. You're already shooting up in crazy massive value across three cards. Going down here to some of the lesser known stuff, the Spinodinia, $1.30. Okay, you got Hayuk, I'm gonna call this guy. It's $1. The old Orthoscopia is $1.50s. There's nothing else back here that's, I guess, too crazy at the moment that I would say. The Dragostopelias from Dual Powers, these might go up something. This is kind of like playing the penny stonk, in my opinion, for this department. We've seen the Chimera Dews pretty cheap as well. But a lot of the other back-end stuff back here is nothing at all. It's just, of course, Trifoverdom being the two cards being locked behind duels packs, and of course Chimera Flagia here being locked behind former fusion enforcers. Doesn't surprise me, but this is nuts. Speaking of nuts, this is duelist pack. I'm glad to see that, you know, a Dust of Gold and Malicious Bane went down in value. All right, like, sure, man, $30. It's a lot better value than we've had in the past here, but when something comes down in a product like this that had insane value previously, something else seems to reverse and go up, it seems. Now, we've seen Curse Necrophilia in the past from this set, maintaining crazy dumb value here. $40, by the way. I still can't believe that those pushed over here. And then, of course, you have this Sinister Necrom here. This card's going up as well. Why are we buying out Necrom? Of all things, banish this card from your graveyard, so summon an evil or monster from your hand or deck, except for Necrom. And you can only use this effect of Sinister Necrom once per turn. Why? I guess we're heading up to the $8 mark right now. That's very interesting. Dark Callings from this set are $3. It's so very interesting to see old duels pack stuff shooting up in value like this. Dark Spirit Masteries are kind of disappearing. Only 50 listings of those. That's kind of interesting. The Starving Venom Dragons from this set that were rares formerly are at the $3 mark as well. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing some haha funny content in terms of the market. What's going on back here? Elder Entity, and you know, this doesn't really surprise me all that much. When you create an extra deck resource that can basically spot removal, take care of anything in modern era Yu-Gi-Oh!, it doesn't surprise me to see that this actually is getting taken care of effectively on the list. Alright, looking $9-10 for buyouts. That's for the gold version. The supers down here disappearing to a lot higher quantities as well. You're looking at $12 to $13. But once again, with Maximus running around, this card becomes a spot removal option. You know, now that Yu-Gi-Oh's kind of tailored that extra deck destruction or resource management for players now, of course you're going to see things like this Herald, you know, extra deck things that can do something. And what's better than a pop one through an extra deck burn? Next up is Sphere Mode. I can't say that I'm surprised about this, but guess what? All copies of Sphere Mode are back in low listings. You have 18 listings for the Duels Pack Battle City, 13 for the Circuit Breaker, and you're at 23 for Duels Power. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this card does probably need another reprint. The thing with this was the Big Ol' Testicle ends up being one of the best spot removal cards that we have in modern era Yu-Gi-Oh! You convert a effective summon to wiping 3 monsters off the opponent's field that effectively are problems. Right now, Sphere Mode doesn't see a lot of play, but that doesn't mean that this isn't something that you don't want to not have in your possession, all right? I would focus on making sure you have a set of these, because once again, as seems to be the phrase on this channel, if you're caught with your pants down, you're going to have a very, very hard time. Next up here is Heatwave. Now, this is just kind of something I wanted to include here because there always seems to be some sort of gimmick going on. Somebody's got something cooking up with Heatwave. The last printing for this was the Speed Duel Ultimate Predators. And, I mean, even in that case, these are what, like $3 still minimum? You're still looking at $3 across the board. And that's what happens when you make something in Star Strike Blast, one of the sets that probably should have been reprinted up until this point. But across the board here, you're still consecutively looking at $3. Nothing too crazy, but it's kind of something in the I want to try dumb stuff department. Next up here is just a little snapshot into Virtual World here. Considering the fact that this deck is just, it's kind of fallen off the tier spectrum. And while the deck is still a lot of fun, it still suffers from a lot of issues in modern era Yu-Gi-Oh! But QB's $6, Qinglong Supers, sure, like $4. My Hime's $1.50s. This deck is, you know, if you want a good competitive tier 1 deck that you could be like 1.5 actually, something you mess around with, the prices here are some of the most inviting that I've seen in years. The Duelist Alliance. You know, I was curious to see if this had actually been bought out, but dollars, something tells me that we've had a little bit of a price spike here in the secret rare department. You see, you got unlims here for $4 to $5. Nothing appears to have changed too much here, but it's consecutively looks like you're still looking at $5 to $7 per copy on the original secret prints. Nothing too insane here. Marin says cards. I also just wanted to do a snapshot in here. We're still like 5 months away from support for this. Coral Anemone is still $12. Blue Tangs, $7-8. $4 to $5. Pascalis, $3. The Waves, $3.50s. You still have insane things that you can pick up from back here that are really no value whatsoever. Alright, next up here, Gravedigger's Hole. Oh, just another snapshot into nice cheap things. $7 and then $1.50s after shipping, $2. Not too bad on the whole. Forbidden Chalices. Then, man, I just wanted to cover the alti here just to kind of have a laugh with you guys, but Unlims, $130. First Ed Light Play French, $200. Oh boy, we're really escalating here. $250, $260 for another light play back here. Alright, you're topping out about $330 for first edition near mint for Forbidden Chalice. Ladies and gentlemen, we've seen it, the pinnacle. Flare Neos. Oh boy, this is a meme, right? Nope. Officially, you're at $300 for German. You're at $500 officially for the ultimate first edition. Lightning Storms, $270s, $133s, 95 on up to probably 100, and then you're still feeling about 57 on King's Court on up to 60. Okay. Soul Servants are at $40+ now. I'm surprised to see this, but Magician players out here really love this deck, and they're paying that insane price point. I still can't believe that those were that much. And last thing here, did you guys know that Apollosa original prints, you got one for $40 for light play there. You head on back here. $54 to $55 is what an original secret print is going to run you for this. I'm actually surprised to see that these are reversing right now for the original First Ed prints, but we always see that the first edition market is always like that. So guys, what do you think about today's market? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Smash the liver crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on. There with some more cool awesome content. Peace out, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.